Residents in Belfast were asked to shelter in place this afternoon after reports of a burglary. CENTER Maine's Brianna Bush has our update.
According to Belfast police, 24-year-old Thatcher Jackson entered his ex-girlfriend's bedroom with a gun on Tuesday morning at her home on Chickadee Circle before fleeing out the window. Belfast Police Chief Rob Cormier says Jackson fled the scene into the woods before police arrived. A shelter-in-place advisory was issued while police searched around Chickadee Circle, Patterson Hill Road, and Robbins Road. Maine State Police Tactical Team and K-9 Unit, Waldo County Sheriff's Office, and Belfast Police assisted with the search. After searching for hours, Cormier says they located Jackson just after 12:45 p.m. near Patterson Hill Road. Cormier says he was not allowed on the property at Chickadee Circle due to a protection order. Jackson is facing multiple charges, including criminal threatening, burglary, and violation of a protection order. Police say he also has numerous outstanding warrants.
It's a large area to search, and obviously he was extremely dangerous. He was armed. He had made threats that, he wasn't going to be taken, and he was going to put up resistance and fight us. So we wanted to make sure the officers were safe and that we had enough out there.
The investigation is still ongoing, and officials say Jackson could face more charges. In Belfast, Brianna Bush, News Center, Maine.
And in Scarborough, no major injuries following a fire at a home on Sea Meadow Lane today. The fire chief tells us two off-duty firefighters from Connecticut noticed flames were coming out of the home as they were walking by. We're told the fire started outside and was heading into the building. The two firefighters entered the home and woke the people up inside who were asleep and safely got them out. They then used a garden hose on the flames until crews could get there. One firefighter was taken to the hospital to be checked out, but has now been released. The fire caused some minor damage. At least 30 cats are dead after a house fire in Connecticut. The 6 people inside made it out alive, but one person and a firefighter were hurt. The fire was called in around 6:45 p.m. on Monday. Firefighters did not leave until almost 9 a.m. Bridget Guidoni lives right across the street from the house. Her home siding and her car both partially melted, and she lost power for over a day. Guidoni says she was initially scared for herself and her son, but now seeing her neighbor's damaged home, she feels lucky.
I was telling him to pack his bags because I wasn't sure what exactly was going to happen. I have a roof over my head. I just feel for the family that was there. My prayers and thoughts are with them right now.
Only one of the cats was able to be rescued. It's unclear why so many of the cats were in the house or what their conditions looked like before the fire. Also in Connecticut, 2 suspects are accused of stealing more than $20,000 in checks from mailboxes. Police in Plymouth say the pair targeted businesses in an industrial park early Saturday morning. Surveillance video here shows someone getting out of a car, reaching into mailboxes, and then driving off. Police believe the checks will likely be washed and then cashed. They're still looking for the suspects. Tomorrow, there are new so-called ICE outlaws going into effect. A lot of this legislation was drafted after Operation Catch of the Day in Maine this past winter. There are 4 of these laws focused specifically on how Maine entities work and often don't work with immigration enforcement. On policing, there are 2 laws. One clarifies that Maine jails do not have to house detainees from ICE or Border Patrol. The other law prevents local law enforcement from coordinating on most immigration operations. On housing, this law prohibits landlords from sharing certain personal details, such as national origin. There are exceptions, such as a warrant. The final law applies to schools and hospitals, preventing staff there from giving immigration agents access to non-public areas within the buildings or access to protected records without a warrant. This policy applies to all Mainers, regardless of immigration status. Chief Counsel for the ACLU of Maine, Zach Hayden, says these laws are directed at Maine, not the federal government.
We expect that ICE will continue to ignore the law and ignore the Constitution. That has become their modus operandi. But we expect more from people in Maine.
Places of worship, private schools, daycares, and public libraries do not have to abide by the new laws, but have the option to. Also tomorrow, the Scarborough Town Council will vote to call for Maine's congressional delegation to address the ICE facility in the town. Federal immigration uses the facility on Manson-Libby Road as a processing center. A proposed resolution would also call upon ICE to increase its transparency when acting in Maine communities. This is in response to the fatal shooting earlier this month in Biddeford. The council will take up the issue Wednesday at 6 p.m. Plans for Maine's first cooperatively run multicultural grocery store in downtown Lewiston are moving ahead. The store will be at the site of the former Lewiston police station across from Kennedy Park. The current building will be torn down to make way for the 15,000 square foot Lewiston Auburn Community Market. It will have a grocery store, a cafe, commercial kitchens, and space for local food entrepreneurs. There are about 75 members now, but the co-op hopes to sign up 500 to 1,000 more by year's end. Membership cost $100 one time, and members then get discounts.
And that, again, goes straight into the community. It's one time and it's for a household. So if you have a lot of children, you have a big family.
The cooperative is waiting for environmental reports and cleanup plans from engineers. These will determine when demolition can start and when the building sale can be completed. The goal is to break ground within a year.